morning students. Now I am going to continue the same chapter, fourth chapter. Okay. So my first topic is discovery of neutrons. Discovery of neutrons. So I told you in my previous video that there was three subatomic particles were there. Okay, electrons, protons and neutrons. But for several years the scientists were thinking that there were only two particles, electrons and protons. Electrons and protons. Okay, after the discovery of these electrons and protons, they were thinking that there are only two subatomic particles are there. One is electron and second one is proton. So now, if an atom consisted of only electrons and protons, suppose this is an atom, if in this atom only electrons and protons are present, so it means that the mass of this atom should be equal to the mass of the proton. Mass of this atom should be equal to the mass of the proton. Do you know how? Mass of the atom should be equal to the mass of the proton. Do you know how? Because I told, when I was explaining about the properties of electron, I told you that the mass of electron is 0. Mass of electron is 0. It is negligible. Okay, so it means that in this atom only the mass of the proton will be measured. So this atom's mass should be equal to the mass of the proton, but actually it was not there. The mass was high. Okay, the mass was not equal to the mass of the proton, it was high. It means that something else is also present in this atom, and this was discovered by one scientist. His name was James Chadwick. James Chadwick. He only discovered that in this atom with electrons and protons, one more subatomic particle is present, and its name is neutron. I think you are able to understand. Okay, if an atom consisted of only electrons and protons, then the mass of the atom should be equal to the mass of the protons which is present in it, because the mass of electron is 0. Okay, we know that since the mass of the electron is negligible, however, it was found that the mass of an atom was much higher than the total mass of the proton. Okay, when they measured, they found that the mass of this atom was little higher than the total mass of this proton. So it means that one more subatomic particle is present in this atom, and James Chadwick solved this problem with the discovery of the new subatomic particle, that is neutron. Okay, now the properties of a neutron. The mass of neutron is nearly equal to that of proton. Okay, mass of neutron is equal to the mass of proton. Okay, a neutron carries no charge, that is, it is a neutral particle. Okay, neutron is having no charge, neither positive or negative, so it is a neutral. It is a neutral particle. Okay, neutrons are denoted by N0. Okay, so this one is for charge. Since it is having no charge, so that is why it is 0, and since it is the mass of the neutron is equal to the mass of the proton, and you know that the mass of the proton is 1, so the mass of the neutrons will be also 1. So it is denoted like this. Okay, I think all of you remember how to denote electrons. Electrons like this. Okay, this one is the negative charge and this one is for mass. Okay, proton 1, Okay, proton is having positive charge, so here plus sign, and mass is 1. Okay, like this. For neutron you have to write like this. Okay, 0 is the charge, no electric charge, neither positive nor negative, and this 1 is for mass. Okay, so these all were about the discovery of neutrons. So I hope all of you understood how they discovered electrons, how they discovered protons, and how they discovered neutrons. Okay, now one more thing is there. Thomson's atomic model. Thomson's atomic model. What were the views of Thomson regarding the model of atoms? In 1903, Thomson proposed the first atomic model called the plum pudding model. It is called the plum pudding model. Why it is called so? I'll explain you. In which only electrons and protons were present. He said that in the atoms only electrons and protons are present. Okay, positive charge is for protons and negative charge is for electrons. Okay, according to this model, an atom has a uniformly positive charge spherical cloud with negative charge particles embedded in it. He said that in an atom there is only the positive charge are embedded, means present, and the negative charges are present. Okay, the electrons move through the atmosphere of the positive charge just like the dry fruits or plums in a plum pudding. See, this is a name of a dish also. Okay, where I think all have seen this plum pudding. In this you have seen the dry fruits are embedded over that pudding only. So that is why this model name is also called the plum pudding model. Okay, because in the pudding only you have seen the dry fruits like that plums and all the things are embedded, okay, from upper side. So it looks like that only. So that is why its name is also called plum pudding model. Okay, so according to this model, an atom has a uniform positively charged spherical cloud with negatively charged particles embedded in it. The electrons move through the atmosphere. These electrons move through the atmosphere, okay, of the positive charge just like the dry fruits or the plums in the plum pudding. Okay, that is why its name is plum pudding model. This atomic model failed to explain several experimental observations about the atom, and thus it was not accepted. This atomic model was totally failed because so many experiments was not success, okay, because of this atomic model. So that is why this atomic model was not accepted by the scientist. Okay, so this one is about the Thomson's atomic model. Okay, again you listen. In 1903, Thomson proposed the first atomic model called the plum pudding model. In this he said that only electrons and protons were present. According to this model, an atom has a uniformly positive charge, okay, equal number of the positive charge, spherical cloud with the negatively charged particles, means this positive charge is for proton and this negative charge is for electron. Okay, they are embedded in this atom just like the dry fruits are embedded in the plum pudding. Okay, that is why its name is called plum pudding model. Okay, so because this atomic model failed to explain several experimental observations about the atom, so that is why this atomic model was not accepted. Okay, this Thomson's atomic model was not accepted. Later on, so many scientists had given their views also about the atoms. Okay, so in my next video I will explain the next atomic models. Thank you so much.